these sinister-looking clams floating up to the surface now on the outside. Like as he puts his hand on your shoulder, you like pull it away. I can't do this anymore.
I feel my personal curse has been lifted.
And all we saw was him take down this elemental, cry, and then get naked, leave everything behind, and walk away.
When we last left our heroes, they were in the water.
And there was one more of us.
Yeah. But he did scar out before his body left. Anyway, that was an example of that, where he is now gone. He developed too many scars to his flashbacks and lost his creed. So that's what you witnessed there. But the rest of the group here still has that creed to lift the curse. So Kodai was swimming, totally clueless to the other things happening towards the beautiful mermaid at this water structure covered in algae, while the other two see that there are in fact sinister clams rising on either side.
Are these regular-sized clams? Or?
They're large clams, yeah. Yeah, they're like this big.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And they're like, how many of them are there?
So
A sinister amount.
A sinister
a
amount.
sinister. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good amount.
Are they, well, they haven't attacked, they're not hostile yet, right? Okay.
I'm wounded.
Yeah.
You're wounded.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big
Well-
chunk of your leg missing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Still in water. Shit, it's helping the blood flow.
yeah. I guess I'll start moving closer, I'll swim closer towards the mermaid and see what happens.
Okay, so you'll follow suit.
Yep.
Okay. And you'll also follow, or just kind of chill from the back?
I'll follow you.
Okay. So you're swimming along, and as
I
you're...
forget what, you're wounded, I forget what happened.
Goblin
Shark.
shark.
Goblin shark, that's right, yep, okay.
So as you're approaching, then... Oh, actually, this is good too. A couple of the clams open to reveal treasure. So, as you reach...
I know what's happening to my friend, so I'm gonna bypass that and I can get that later.
Yeah.
Secondary goals.
Yeah, secondary goals,
Yes.
right. So once you're about a foot away from this mermaid, all of a sudden it's just... And like her hair like goes back and her whole... yeah, her whole visage just becomes absolutely horrifying. And... Wait, what were your scars again?
I have pyrophobia right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know if get you. But
This might make a new one. We'll see how,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see how
right.
the coins flip.
Yeah. So, and also when that happens, the clams come at you like going to clamp on. So let's.
They know that I'm treasure.
Yeah, right. So let's do this order-wise and just do 1, 2, 3 for your approach. Exactly what would you like to do here?
Well, with her vigids kind of changing into a more monstrous one, that probably shocked me into action. And instinctually, probably just the sword hand goes up and over. So that would be my... Probably just try to attack her with the earth sword.
Okay. And then...
So I'm assuming I'm pretty close to,
So you swam fast to
Yeah.
like try to catch up. So you
because
get...
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, let's say you're like between 10 feet.
No, still pretty far. Only a very long weapon in my hand, so...
Fair enough.
So I'm going to try to attack some of the clams attacking Kodai.
Okay, so you will want to then swim off.
I'm gonna swim. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Swim off that like towards that direction. Taking out the flaming sword and try to take him out.
Okay.
See what happens.
All right, so then, yeah, whatever. Everyone can flip, but we'll do this order. Tails. Perfect. And Tsuru will also just kind of swim to pull them away, or
I'm pretty far back, so I might see what happens to him before I react. Because I'm just kind of swimming with the pack.
okay. I'm just building the scene. So, so then it gets worse. I mean, presumably that, either the mermaid or one of the clams latches on. Sound fair?
That's fair.
Yeah, fair.
So we'll say a clam.
One of the clams grabs my sword arm.
Yeah. And that's cool.
It's
Okay. So then, from underneath, something bites your ankle and starts dragging you underwater.
you. It's
Ooh! So you somehow succeed in this dire situation where,
I throw the sword at the mermaid
yeah,
at the last second before I go under.
yeah, it's just far enough where with the molding to your hand, you're able to get a bit of extra reach, and then you like cut off like the base there, as you go down
The base of what?
of the mermaid.
Okay.
Or the
Tail,
tail or
yeah.
something.
Okay.
Yeah. So the mermaid again just screams now in pain as bless you. It starts to descend down, and so you're trying to attack one of the clans now.
Mm-hmm. I got heads.
Okay, so you come in, and the clam that was on the surface and they started to go down, you managed to cut that, and so his arm is free, but he's still going down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's itself is still a setback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
With the fragment, I'm going to try to go for the pillar.
Okay, just like throw it into it or swim up and stab it, or
So I'm going to try to get something out of it, yeah.
okay.
That's a heads.
That's a heads.
Okay, so you swim up to it and holding on to the pillar and like clanging it, you then see this like water figure rising from behind it. It's kind of just like a tidal wave elemental that has now appeared. So
And nothing happened to the pillar.
So the pillar itself, no, it didn't like. It's already kind of busted, but when you look down, you see that it's a lot more put together beneath the water.
Okay.
Say the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
So, I don't know how attacking it with a flaming sword would be, like a water elemental.
I mean, I'm only going on like Pokemon types. Probably not well.
Right. No, I know. He's still getting pulled under.
Mm.
I'm gonna dive under and try to take out whatever it is that is pulling him down. I'm assuming it's like another like shark or clam or something. So yeah, gonna try and swing at that with the sword
Okay.
and see what happens.
So you put your head down and you see, and you also see that it is a tentacle pulling you down.
So I'm gonna try and slice the tentacle in half.
So yeah, so you looking down, you do see the pillar goes a lot further down, and there's a giant octopus just like attached to this pillar, but also has a tentacle around him.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and free him by slicing the tentacle off, and that doesn't happen.
Tails. Okay, so you dive down underwater and you see that the sword just like flickers out, and you go to like slice the tentacle, and it is not a clean slice. Like you damage it, but now it's angry,
So it's whipping the poor.
Yeah, so he's getting like whipped around. Yeah, that's getting worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. Okay. Heads. Lovely.
A second tentacle comes up and grabs you.
Saw that coming. Yeah, that gets worse. And my third and final flip. Tails. I drown.
So it takes you and smashes you against the pillar, which hurts a lot. And some scar, related to drowning or
You finally found something so big you can't wrestle it.
Oh, yeah.
Something with 8 arms, you can't handle that. You've only ever fought things with 2 arms.
yeah.
Bears.
Thanks. I'm assuming you probably stand up to make a touch.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with drowning. It's just the fact that I can't fight something off with 8 arms.
So, like, what in your past, though?
Oh, okay, that's right. So, no, scratch that. I guess it would have to probably be
Once
drowning.
beaten up by 4 sumo wrestlers.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, at the same time. He was picked on as a child.
As a small boy, yeah.
Yeah, in school, after eating so many buns, he was a heavy-set gentleman.
Yes.
And a heavy-set child, and was picked on a lot, beaten up by a gang of 4 men.
Oh, I like that. I go with that. Yeah. So I can't take things with 8 arms.
Yeah. The presence of 8 arms is so jarring.
I'm surprised he's made it this far through the campaign with 3 other people around.
Right, yeah.
Well, it's only been 6 arms. That weren't
That's
his.
getting pretty close, though.
It's
only squid level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so you see that they're both underwater.
I'm going to try to harpoon the octopod with the fragment
Okay.
and release my friends. That's the tails.
Alright. Who else would like to describe this getting worse?
Go ahead, Tony.
So it does make contact, but the spear is now stuck in the octopus. And we can't get it because it's far away. Or we have to get closer to the octopus. Maybe.
Sounds good.
All right.
We no longer have the fragment at the moment.
I just have my hammer. Tails.
Okay, that's good. Because it doesn't keep failing.
So we're all underwater. The fragment is stuck in the octopus face.
It's like the bulbous part of the head.
They're both getting shaken or smacked around. There are sinister clams about. There's a water elemental above the water. Things aren't going well.
Oh.
I wouldn't say so.
That's an understatement.
So I'm going to take the I didn't write it down, but the bludgeoning weapon I took, Kubota,
Kabato.
Kabato. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to.
Still have flashback coins, right?
Nope.
Somebody must have one. You start with 2.
Yeah, and I've used both of them.
You get 1 for your first trigger.
Yeah, so you should have 1 left.
I used both of them.
Right, you start with 2, and then you got 1 for your trigger, so you should
being
have
challenged.
Oh, okay. So I guess I do have 1 left.
Yeah, might as well use it. Get the success.
So, okay. So yeah, I'll trade in my last flashback. And let's see. So with the bludgeoning weapon, maybe not necessarily the same thing.
There's something about being bound. breaking free of bindings or.
Oh, yeah, okay.
RPG time.
Well, okay, I get it. So,
Houdini training.
so before, as I was an upcoming sumo wrestler, before one sumo wrestling match, meet, whatever you want to call it, my opponent knew he would not be able to beat me, and had himself and a bunch of cronies tie me up, so I missed the meet.
But
You were able to break free
you were able to break free.
I was able to break free and make it on time
and win.
and win.
Yeah. So your force of will to
Yeah.
break free.
To break free and accomplish what I set out to accomplish is very high.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Flip it up.
So, crap.
So you're gonna use your bludgeoning weapon to.
I'm going to use my bludgeoning weapon to basically just start beating the crap out of Tentacle that's got my leg, trying to get free. That's all I can think of. 2 tails. I succeed, but I gain a scar.
Okay. So
Still even.
I am still even, thankfully.
yeah, the octopus has wrapped you up, and through like sheer strength, you just like grab it and you start like pulling it off of you. So then a second tentacle comes up and wraps around you, and then you grab that one when you start pulling that one off of you. So that it's like breaking itself off of the pillar to just start putting more tentacles around you to break free. But you just grab all of them, and you're able to like totally break free of all of its grips.
Tie them in a knot.
And you free him as well from the last one. Says he breaks, it lets go to go like all in on you, and you just like break out and just like rip the whole thing off. But now you get a scar.
Yeah. I guess we fear drowning because I've been underwater for so long. I'm struggling to catch my breath, struggling to, stay conscious.
Yeah, these same bullies at the public pool held you underwater.
Yeah, exactly. They did that when I was younger.
Yeah.
They held me
Really
underwater.
bad experience with sushi once.
Oh my god, yes. You just ate
Bad octopus.
like that octopus.
Yeah.
And it's just like violently ill.
So yeah, now like I get super nauseous and vomit when I see an octopus.
Yes. So you're so the octopus, after you break free, it just like inks away. It's like gone now. You've dealt with it. And
Good.
you broke him out.
Now we get the water elemental to deal with.
And yeah, so
Many clams.
Yeah,
yeah,
and the
so
many
you
clams.
got a sinister amount of clams. And so you start going back to the surface.
Yeah. So back up to
And
service.
oh wait, the fragment.
Well, you could sort of white too.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
So yeah, so the fragment just sinks with the octopus. And so then you're back at the surface. All of you, right? Yeah, all of you are at the surface.
Presumably that's what Kodai would do after, being underwater for so long. He has little old man lungs. So.
Yeah.
Slammed against the pillar
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Yeah. Probably some broken ribs and stuff. Now I hold the flaming sword out of the water. Does it reignite?
Yeah, it's good to go.
Okay. Cool. I was just checking, making sure.
Yeah, and you never lost the Earth Sword.
Right, yeah, it's attached to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go, knowing that this does work on the clams. I'm gonna go attack some more clams.
Okay, so you'll like climb up onto like the surface level of the pillar, and all the clams that are around you just start like chopping them up.
Yep. Just start cleaving them down. You
Okay.
know, like.
I'm gonna say that that's easy for you to do.
Okay.
They're not like jumping out of the water at you. They're just
Yeah.
kind of like
I
floating
mean, they're
around.
clams.
Yeah.
They're not exactly mobile.
So they're just like around you, and you just chop them all down.
They move around with their tongues and stuff.
We'll get the loot later.
Yeah.
Cool. So then, so the clams are taken care of. The
Probably
While-
be
while-
making my way towards the water elemental.
yep.
So you'll actually swim toward it, or you just all want to hang on the pillar?
Oh, we're still at the pillar. So just
I go to retrieve the fragment.
Okay, you're gonna swim
After
down
catching my
after
breath,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
if that's the case, if I'm right next to the pillar, I'll try to attack the pillar because we destroyed the earth pillar, and that's what did away with the earth owning.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's Kodai will attack the water pillar with the earth sword and see what happens.
Okay. So kill all the clams, you dive in, start swimming down, and you start just like bashing the pillar from like the top down with the earth sword. So you are like breaking chunks off, and actually they'll say you'll reveal the actual power of the blade this way. So when you touch the blade to the pillar, you just become a statue.
Okay.
I witnessed this,
Mhm.
and I swim over as fast as I can, and I try to remove the blade from the I try to move him so he's no longer touching the pillar with the blade.
But completely immovable. You can release this at will.
Okay, yeah, well, I suppose I'd be like, it's like, that was weird.
You can release it.
Yeah, you can
okay.
release it. It's like, so the power of this sword.
Okay.
Can, if you touch it to earth, you can become a powerful
So every time
statue.
he's slicing through it,
Okay,
he's
okay.
just like statue on statue, statue on statue.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit the pillar with the flame sword.
Okay. So you like stab down into it, and so you like really like go through it, and at that point the water elemental just like bashes at you and comes flying in. So then if you put your sword to the stone, then where you would get like knocked off the pillar, that like you were just unable to be moved.
Yeah.
And there's no damage from the crashing wave or
Cool.
anything.
Yeah, no, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
And ready myself for a counterattack.
Yeah. So
And I just go flying.
yeah, so you go flying off, and
450 pound sumo wrestler flying through the
Yeah.
air.
70 pounds. Just
Doesn't
nutty,
go anywhere.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just stands.
Stands tall.
So while it's crashing down into you, and you can like reach up and like slice over it and through it,
Okay.
and then that clearly harms it. So it like wails out as you cut up through it. And so it's now you're like holding its attention now, where it's like trying to like bash you, and then you just like turn stone, and you're just like, nope.
Nope.
So then let's see. So
If I retrieve the fragment,
let's see. Yeah. Well, let's flip for that.
it's just like sitting at the bottom.
So it's in the octopus, like that. It was like swimming away.
Heads.
Okay, so you do. So you catch up to it, and you rip it out, and now the octopus is like ready to get back into battle.
Oh, really?
And then you see that it's distracted too.
You see
Just
that
like it's just doing battle with him, where he
the
just
water
like,
the water elemental?
yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps trying to smash him off the pillar, and he keeps making himself immovable.
Like
stuff.
taunting it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Um,
what? Stoned.
So I'm gonna go over and attempt to attack the water elemental with the flame sword.
Okay.
Because it's what I got.
So swinging. So you swim back over, and you like cut through it, and it does hurt it. But you can see like the sword's effectiveness like wane as you go through it, and then once it's in exposed air again, then it like reignites.
Yep. Hit it with the earth sword.
I'm trying. So yeah, that'd be my next.
Yeah.
Next
So where it's distracted on him, you could like continue on like the center of the pillar and like go down.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll keep continuing. Like I'll just destroying the pillar.
Okay.
As best I
So
can.
yeah. So you stab down into it, and you just start like in Phantom Menace, the lightsaber like melting away. So you just like stab into it, and the pillar just is melting away and you just start like going down, and it doesn't even know what to do at this point. Where it's like, I can't, get this dude who like keeps like slashing me, and then as soon as he takes his eyes off to attack you, then he attacks him. So he's just in this circle, and then you fly back up with the fragment with the octopus in tow, and I guess you also like.
I'm gonna try to attack the pillar underneath the water.
Okay.
The pristine pillar.
Okay. So then say with all three of you, now just like attacking the Oni and the pillar, and you do manage to the pillar starts crumbling from all the damage to the Oni, and it wails out, and the octopus once more just like flees, and as it just splashes down into the ground, and the pillar crumbles, and then you hear Mizu.
What was it?
Mizu. M-I-Z-U.
So I immediately say Mizu.
And as you say that, the fragment transforms. The rest of the ore's gone. But the pole falls off. And the blade itself becomes this brilliant blue. And it looks like really slowly moving liquid. And except it's maintained the shape of a fierce blade. And there's no hilt. There's like water flowing through it, but it's like comfortable to hold at one end, despite there being no hilt or grip. So, water blade.
I'm going to go after the loop.
Now we go loot the clams. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
So you'll swim back to like the cliffside.
I'm old and tired. I can't tread water for long.
So you tread over to the cliffside, just kind of hang out, and both of you swim, or maybe it's just oh my god, Tsuru. Thank you. Just Tsuru swimming down for collecting all the pearls and massive pearls from these clams.
Yep.
And you get back to the surface fine, as they slaughter these clams.
Yep.
And you're able to get back to the cliffside.
Cool. So let's take a look at that compass.
So the compass is still going towards presumably air.
Alright, so I guess we
Follow the
follow
compass.
that.
Yeah.
So
We didn't do great that
Do we have to
round.
climb
but
the-
you may have to climb back up.
So
well, we have a fire sword that cuts through earth like butter, so why don't you just cut us a stairway up there?
fair enough. I use the sword.
Minecraft style.
Yeah.
Basically I use the sword to cut a staircase, Minecraft style.
I'm gonna see what the water sword can do, if it does anything.
Okay.
Can it control
So you'll
water?
just like kind of wave it around.
Yeah, touch it to water.
Yeah, it says like the sword. This sword reacts when I touch it to earth. Try touching that to water, see what happens.
So if you make this rising motion, then water just generates from beneath you and just pushes you upward.
See you guys up there.
Yeah, so you literally just ride like the wave up comfortably and just easily like land above. And then you're down there like cutting out the stairs.
I'm just walking, not doing anything.
Yeah. And so then also swinging down, then from the blade, water generates in and goes down. So you put it together in your head that you could create a rising and falling wave that you could just ride around like this. And it doesn't produce like enough water where you're gonna tidal wave a village or anything, but you could
Like somebody's basement.
you could flood somebody's basement, but you could have the whole crew, like ride this wave with you.
Cool.
Yeah, so
We get around faster.
Yes, we will.
So yeah, make the staircase, we climb out, and head in the direction of the air elemental.
all right,
I want
Are
to
they
get
air-
some water
yeah.
and some buns to maybe fix my leg up a little bit.
eat up, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drink some tea.
We'll have tea time.
Yeah, fortunately, I had that great stopper up the top that didn't come out.
Yeah.
The great stopper.
Yeah, stop for some tea. We warm the tea up by putting the cups on top of the flaming sword.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
So you have some brilliant hot tea. The wound from the goblin shark. It's not bleeding or anything, and you don't feel it now. And eating the hot buns and drinking the tea, you feel rested. You don't feel like neither of you feel like you were just drowning anymore.
That's good.
Good, yeah, that's a terrible feeling.
yeah. So so you're back up on the cliff safely. You rest up, eat, drink, and the compass is showing back in that same direction toward the wind Oni. So you head on over.
Yeah, may as well.
Yep.
Okay, so he presumably retreated back to his area, as you're not being blown off the cliff again.
And in our travels, I experiment seeing how his sword can kind of travel or move multiple people. If I'm in contact with one of them and I attach the sword to Earth, am I only the statue, or is anybody else that I'm in contact with the statue too?
So holding on to them, you can turn them into statues.
Okay.
As well.
All right.
Good to know. Good
Yeah,
to know.
that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. So you walk, a couple miles and through the trees and whatnot, and then there's another large clearing, and even though it's wind, you can kind of see this hurricane. It's not a full tornado, but there are, leaves and
The debris inside of it.
yeah, just like blowing around in a circle. And at the eye of this, you see the structure there, with words for like wind and those runes, and the creature itself is above it, generating this field of wind around it.
Humanoid?
And it's it's a very large humanoid. It's like 10 feet and pretty wide.
Okay.
But it floats. Yeah.
Alright.
So we meant to use the Earth Sword for the Wind Pillar. So we'll use the Water Sword to get us above, and then we'll strike down.
I'm down with that.
You
I'm definitely down with that.
So we're all gonna stand next to each other. I'm gonna motion upwards with the sword and get a wave going. Splash us down, and whoever has the Earth Sword is gonna aim for the Oni or the pillar.
Awesome. So let's do 2 coins. Yeah, this is it is a challenge, but this is like pretty good teamwork here.
Yeah.
we're finally working as a team.
We take out the Aroni in one fell swoop. We'll be so happy.
I believe you can. And it comes crashing down on the other side. It's just like ragdoll. It takes you and smashes you against the pillar.
Bears hit him in the head too many times.
So you get out, and a rogue stone just smashes you in the head.
I get super nauseous and vomit.
I'm just beginning to get nauseous and start leaning over the side of the boat, dry heaving. Just
I drop to the ground and immediately start swinging my hammer above my head, nearly crying in fear.
We were not the
I wonder
ones
how they're
they were
doing out
waiting
there.
for.
Next time on Deges and Dragons.
So if it's unclear, you're literally flying.
You just saw this old man turn to stone and then fall, and you're just like, what?
You both on opposite sides of him, just like cut into him in different ways. You started to fall off balance.
Catch my balance.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes, let's do that. So you're in the air after getting rocketed up by the wave, and you're just coming down all 90 years old. Yeah, so you like hit the edge and just go like clank and just like fall back over. All of his armor shatters and falls off.